Dzień dobry, witam bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym epizodzie Zagrajmy w Starfield. Tym razem nowa frakcja, Karmazynowa Flota, głęboka konspiracja. Nie wiem dlaczego komandor 𝗀𝘂𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗀 mnie wysłał tam. Nie pamiętam już, na czym to polegało. Więc no przypomnijmy sobie, przynajmniej mam taką nadzieję. Dobra, udało się. Jednak pamiętam, jak się drukuje. To był mój nemesis od początku gry. Okej, pokład.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Dzięki, Wasko.
Welcome aboard the 𝘖𝘂 Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Możesz mi powiedzieć o Vigilance?
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the 𝘖𝘂's arsenal.
Powiedział ZK? Nie wiem, co to jest.
Yeah, listen to him carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
Żadnych.
Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that 𝗓𝘗𝗧𝗏 on 𝘴𝘃. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments.
Okej.
All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander 𝗏𝘂𝗃𝗍 should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Zrobię save'a w razie czego.
Howdy.
Hello.
Jaki rozkrok, mordo.
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please pay attention. Ah, there you are. Commander 𝗏𝘂𝗃𝗍𝗶𝗹𝗃, 𝘖𝘂 System. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander 𝗀𝘂𝗏𝗏's offer.
Wciąż nie do końca rozumiem, co tutaj robię.
Yes, I know. I was intentionally vague when I advised Mast of my needs, but rest assured, I'll answer all your questions in due time. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the 𝘖𝘂 Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Okej. Imponujący statek, ale nie wiem, co ja tu robię.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking.
Dlaczego?
We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Zamknijcie mnie z nimi w jednym pomieszczeniu, a nakłonię ich do wszystkiego.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through 𝘴𝘃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Cydonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Skąd macie tę kontrabandę? Brzmi nieskomplikowanie.
You'd better hope so. 𝘖𝗍𝘁 won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant 𝗬𝘗𝘗𝗏 comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Wskaż kierunek.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Dam z ciebie wszystko.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for 𝘖𝐶 𝗏, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Okej.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant 𝗏𝘗𝗏. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Macie więcej informacji o Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Co w razie aresztowania pod przykrywką?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies.
Nice.
Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Okej.
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. You have your orders.
Okay.
Pani 𝗏𝘗?
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Jasne.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Okej. Zabezpieczenia.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on 𝗏𝘗𝘓𝗏 was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Dostarczę wszystkie dowody.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
O, bardzo hojnie.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Cydonia. Make contact with 𝘖𝗍𝘁 Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Próbka Aurory.
We'll be here if you need us.
Dobra. Nie wiem, czy ja się mogę teraz tak przeteleportować po prostu? Mogę. No nie rozumiem. Czasami muszę się wyprowadzić, czasami nie. Znaczy w sensie się oddokować.
I understand the mining jobs here can be quite lucrative if you
Andrę zrekrutowałem z powrotem, bo ten Vasco to był nudny jak w pizza w mieście.
To its old place.
soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
Keep your eyes peeled for signs of terramorph activity.
Do you imagine anyone actually enjoys living here? Simply cannot.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to 𝗏𝘂𝘶. I'm busy.
Chcę coś sprzedać, ale zależy mi na tobie.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Rzuć okiem.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If the trade authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
Wydawało mi się, że urząd handlowy kupuje wszystko.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got some bad news for you, love. This location doesn't buy shit like that when 𝘂𝐶 security is sitting a stone's throw from the front door. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
No jasne.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Did you need something?
No spoko. Jak się do ciebie dostać?
Hey, careful around the equipment. Don't wanna...
Zapisik w razie czego?
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Oh, of course not. Just everything would just...
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Cydonia heard you.
Ty byłeś też dosyć głośny.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Okej.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. Don't worry, you can't...
You have my attention.
Why are you still here? Get my money from Carl or get out of my face. Oh, I can't believe it. You're doing me a favor. The sooner you learn...
Okej.
Deimos Star Yards may be the first
Jak tam
major
zejść?
ship manufacturer, but that doesn't mean we haven't kept up.
Wait. Co to jest? Poziom mieszkalny. Tam gdzieś mam iść, dobra. 2050.
It's not easy living inside.
O, jest i on.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that?
Dobrze znasz temperament.
Yes, of course. You're right. Adler's not going to just give up now, is he? I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
To nie wystarczy.
What the heck do you want me to do, then? Huh? Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now, okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
Obiecaj, że przestaniesz płacić od ler, okej.
Holy crap. Really? You do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything.
What is it? If you are free soon, could we talk? I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
To z pewnością zupełnie nowe doświadczenie.
I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Jesteś naprawdę wyjątkowa.
I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
Zaakceptowanie nieznanego potrafi być trudne. Robiłaś, co musiałaś.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Uwierz mi, masz wiele zalet.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
Twoje słowa nie są dziecinne.
Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
To nic wielkiego.
It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Myślałem, że ona będzie chciała rozmawiać ze mną a propos tego, co się dzieje w grze, w sensie w tej misji. Ale widzę, że no nic bardziej kurwa mylnego.
Red and orange. Everything's red and orange. As far as the eye can see. They can start to wear on you.
Bo teraz jak stąd wyjść, nie? Jakoś tędy szedłem? Chyba nie.
If you're going to use the elevator,
And they have the best deals in the entire galaxy. People always ask me what I think. Now, my
Dobra, i co z nim?
Have something for...
Tak, całą kwotę.
Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Zrozumiał.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Jeśli oni poradzą sobie ze mną?
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of 𝗍𝗻𝗻𝗄. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Okej. Nice. Załatwione, kurde. Dobrze. Zapiszmy. Ale to będzie wszystko w tym odcinku. Dziękuję za oglądanie. Do usłyszenia. Siemanko. No i cześć. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się podobało. Jeżeli Wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że Wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba Wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według Waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę Wam miłego. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z Was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie, każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami, za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej. Więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z Was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać. Wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.